We all come from the goddess. To her we shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the shore. Welcome. I'm checking as we gather that everyone can hear my sound. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, we're gathering, and I'm hoping that Ben and Abby, are you with us?
I am.
Oh, there you are. Excellent. So I'm made you a co-host. And as people come in, I wonder if you could just make sure to admit if you see a little
Yeah,
button.
you
But as we're
bet.
gathering, I'm going to put on another song and I'm going to invite everyone to, yeah, just deepen your breath or open your heart chakra and let us, you get to see my messy desktop here.
You are a creatrix, so
That's
you
right.
should
That's
have a
right.
messy desktop.
The goddess is expansive.
Exactly. And
Uh,
sometimes quite chaotic too. We love that about her.
Okay, so we're gonna start with some music, and during this song, just open your heart and do whatever you need to get present. We're gonna.
I'm gonna go close that door. Get you some Kleenex in case you.
Started I till me to calling Inanna. I started Diana till me to calling Inanna. I started Diana till me to calling Inanna. I started Diana till me to calling Inanna. I started Diana. Tell me to call me and honor. I started I honor. I can tell me to call me and honor. I started I honor. I can tell me to call me and honor. I started I honor. I can tell me to call me and honor. I started I honor. I can tell me to call me and honor. Isis is starting Diana, and consider me to call him Inanna. Isis is starting Diana, and consider me to call him Inanna. Isis is starting Diana, and consider me to call him Inanna. Isis is starting Diana, and consider me to call him Inanna. Isis is starting Diana, and consider me to call him Inanna. Isis is starting Diana, and consider me to call him Inanna. Thank you. I see the light. Thank you so much. I see the light. Thank you so much. I see the light. Thank you so much. We are on the garden. To we shall touch.
Mm.
I think it's God is in love. God is in love. I think it's God. Think it's God. I think it's God.
Yes. Mm. What's going on here?
So we're welcoming people as they're arriving.
Oh, I see. Okay. Do we know what language that was?
That Celtic that she was singing?
It's a
Hi.
it's a
Yeah, I
pagan
thought so. Sure. I
goddess.
knew it wasn't.
Got it.
Hi.
Everybody.
Hi, Shelly. Hi, Kamala.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
Hi.
Abby. Hi.
Hi,
Welcome and
Rainbow.
hello.
Hello from
Hello.
Scotland.
Oh my
Woohoo,
God.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
And
Women.
it's,
and Abby, you're
thanks for doing this for us.
in Sedona?
Yeah, we're in Arizona today, and we'll be dancing the maypole in Sedona in honor of Tracy. And we've got, I think, probably 40 people who are driving into the town of Sedona to join us. So it's pretty wonderful. She's
It's
so
great.
beloved and missed by so many.
Yeah.
Are you her sister? You seem to have the
Yes,
same
I'm
face.
I'm Tracy's second sister in the flesh.
Oh.
She had so many
Wow.
sisters,
I
and
feel like I'm
I'm
looking
second
right at
born.
her through your eyes, and she's
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm her second sister born, and then we have two other sisters who may join us, Shelley and Carla.
Amazing.
So thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. So what I was feeling to do is drop us in with a little meditation and kind of invoke, feeling deep in our connection to her spirit. And then because it's Beltane and you're doing the maypole, I wanted to, contextualize that a little bit, especially what a special day this was for Tracy. Uh, and then we'll get into some open sharing. I'd love to hear memories and experiences that touched us. So we'll get a chance to each share that. But perhaps we could start with some breath. So I'm going to invite you into
Oh, am I muted?
No.
Oh, I didn't what your name was. Sorry. I didn't catch your name. The lady who was just saying what we're doing.
I'm
What was
KamalaDevi. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Hi, KamalaDevi.
And thank you, Kamala. Thank you.
My pleasure. Yeah, thank you.
I'm very grateful.
It's
Thank you.
wonderful to gather with you all, and I think we're sending soul sparks to be with you in Sedona. Wish we could be there in
Yeah.
person. So, yeah.
Not in
All right.
person though.
So let's take a moment to get comfortable and drop into the heart with deep breath. Following the exhalation down the spine into the pelvis. So softening the body, landing the spirit into the base. And taking this time to ground through the grounding cords, the roots, And following the breath down, down into the earth, feeling Gaia, feeling her fertile warmth and the different layers and elements as the goddess receives us through the crust and water table and magma field. Feel all the way down to the crystalline core, the goddess's heart, the core of the planet. And as we attune our heart with Gaia's heart, we're opening to the Great Mother. And opening this group heart. What connects us here is our love and our bond with Tracy, Elise. She has touched us each uniquely, feeling that unique connection. And as we gather on this Beltane and open our hearts, we feel her presence, her spirit. And notice as she arrives and as she's here with us, what that does to your energy body. Not just in memory, but in this moment, in this very moment. What's the message? What's the blessing that's coming through your heart as it connects with the group heart, as we connect with Mystic Mother Tracy Elise in all her glory? A few more breaths listening. Perhaps there's a symbol or an image. And gathering with a deep breath, maybe some sound on the exhale to come into circle. Mm.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, taking a moment to look at the eyes of those who are joining us, welcoming beloveds of Tracy.
I need to pull my nose.
So I want to start with a reading that Tracy posted on Beltane. So I'm going to pull up this post And it'll take my messy desktop. It'll take one moment. Okay. So this is a beautiful maypole that she posted some time ago, actually on 2012, which is actually in itself a momentous year. And so she posted this on May 1st, 2012. Today is Beltane, traditional day to celebrate that winter is truly gone. The soil is soft and sprouts are coming up. For the past 11 years, I've been honored to be with the Mystic Sisters on May Day as we dance the pole with ribbons and music. These May Day celebrations always mark a renewal of love, hope, and belief in the unending procession of Mother Nature's creations. The Mystic Sisters were founded on this day in a 2005 ceremony at Lake Union Park in Seattle, Washington. So that's actually 21 years ago that the Mystic Sisters were founded. So I really want to celebrate that. Over 100 people gathered at the ceremony as 22 women to their vows to serve, embody the great Mother Goddess. Today, in 2012, I'm shocked by the realization that the state of Arizona does not recognize religious freedom, that women in sisterhood are too threatening in our female unity. I miss you all that have danced the pole with us over the years. The memories carry me today. Despite these awful times of renewed attack on the sacred feminine, I know the goddess will prevail. Her wisdom has never been needed more than now. Her love never more strongly felt by all her children. Thank you, Mother, for this beautiful spring. May we continue to weave the ribbons in our hearts. May we dance the pole together in 2013 and 2026 in Sedona at the highest octave of creation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was touched by that, and I want to call us all into this Beltane. And then Abby, go ahead and tell us about what you're going to be doing in
Wait,
Sedona.
let me just interject right there. I would love it personally, and perhaps y'all will agree, KamalaDevi, if you would share that and let us all post it on our pages today in tribute to Tracy.
Yeah, happy to.
Yeah, that would be great. Like send it and we'll all share it. That would be beautiful. I would love to share that. Thank you.
So we're gathering with all kinds of people from all points around this nation where they're joining us in celebrating Tracy and Sedona today. We're going to gather at 2 o'clock and have some food together and dance. And then we will have a prayer led by her son Daniel's partner John. And we will dance the maypole together. And we hope to then do a long exchange of heart with everyone getting a chance to speak. So I don't know how late into the evening we'll go, but we've got close to 40 people coming to celebrate her. And I'm just so ecstatic to have everybody together in her name.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And so as you're gathering and in that space, we'll send soul sparks and we'll be with you in the ethers. And I want to share, that today's such a powerful day for ritual because we only have a short time together virtually, but it is an awesome opportunity to, whether it's do your own ceremony, to plant a tree, to like that, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to plant a tree in her honor today. But I also wanted to share, like, shortly after she passed, she came to me in a meditation, and this is dried rosemary. And I was feeling like sad and heavy in the darkness, and she literally told me just burn rosemary. Like it was such a it's something I've never actually done before, and I've been doing it like almost every day since she came to share that. And it's so funny because it smells heavenly divine. You know, it's even better than smudging. And so I wanted to share this bit of magic that came through this newfound connection with her now that she's more available on the other side. And I'd love to open a space to hear what memories or visions or
Yes, I'd like to honor my mothers, the matriarchs that have joined us today. My mother, Judy, is here with me. And
Hi, Judy.
and then
Hi.
we also have Deanna from Alaska, Deanna Cashman. And she's our second mother from, like, she helped raise me as a young lady, as with Tracy and my other sisters. And I just want to say thank you to the mother energy that's with us, because without our mothers, we wouldn't exist. And that includes the planet. And my sister Tracy really believed that. It was something that she always wanted to be about, the mater, mother. So
And Beltane's right by Mother's Day too. It's like a wonderful
that's
month
right.
to celebrate the mama.
Yeah. I would love to just open up to sharing. We've got people. I see Sharon Love is here. If people want to unmask their cameras and start flowing, I think that would be beautiful. And speak as you, we because we're on camera, we'll have to, like, not step on each other, but I would just love to hear from everyone if possible. So
Yeah, and if to hear from everyone, if we could crystallize our shares, so kind of drop to essence. Who wants to share first?
I'm
I'll
going to say
share.
something too, that
Hi,
Jen just
Kamala.
joined us.
Hi,
Yeah.
Freddie.
Hi, good to see you and be here to honor Tracy's being here on the planet. She was quite an innovator and a soul leader. Experience I had with her was I was at the time, I think it was like 2015 or so, and I was traveling around the country doing a show, Sexual Enlightenment. I think I called it Tantra Nova Man then. And she was kind enough to, have me come and present at her temple, which is a big, beautiful mansion that she had and a big pool outside. So that was the space where I was to do the show. But she didn't have lights. I had all the equipment and everything. So we ran around all day going to Home Depot and getting lights and, pulled this show together. And it was great. And I had a wonderful healing session with her and one of the other goddesses. And she was just a real light in my life. A few times that I actually touched, in with her physically, and just being there in spirit and watching her posts and hearing her trials and tribulations and her ups and downs and trying to wake people up. And I feel we're doing that, and so many are, and the glass is half full. And she was an inspiration. So thank you for honoring this time for her. Yeah.
Oh, Freddie, thank you.
Thank you, Freddie.
Yeah. Tracy's was my mother gave birth to her on the 20th of December in Washington State, in Pullman. And Tracy was a change maker. That was her birth number, to be a change maker. She used to always say that, and that was a big part of why she felt her purpose was here, was to help create the change that she felt she was called to. So
Who's next?
I would
Oh,
have
good.
to say, being
Please.
her mom, that being a traditional mother, she always told me, she said, I picked you, I picked your dad. I wouldn't have had anyone else. However, all four girls were raised as warriors, and I knew that before I was first thing on earth, because adventure and whatever. But if anything came too quickly into the element of not allowing women to be on an equal basis with men, then there was problems.
You
Yeah.
lost your sound.
I think when two mics are going at once, they cancel it out. So I'm not sure us all keeping our mics open is such a good idea. I'm going to shut mine. I think that'll help.
I heard you perfectly. I thought it was beautiful.
The other thing that I feel about Tracy is that we will all be back together again at some point, but in the meantime, I don't feel that she is going to come back. She'll be in touch, but what I want to say to you and how I feel about it is that all the universes with all of the planets and all the, you know, outer element and energy flow, she's going to a higher place right now, and we're not going to be seeing her again here on earth. We will be in touch, but what I'm trying to express to you is that she's got bigger fish to fry, so to speak. From being a traditional mom and giving birth to somebody like her is a little bit was not the easiest route for me. you know, and trying to understand it. And she and I had a lot of battles because being traditional, and I'm sure perhaps all of you and we all have our story. We all have our walk in life. And I don't know what your relationships with your mothers, you know, but I'm almost 86 and I've been through it. I've walked the walk, and I would have to say that for me, she became the teacher and I became the child. And I don't regret that. I don't regret it because I feel like it made me a better person in the understanding of the whole picture, the whole thing that's up there called higher power, and electrical energy. And so, you know, it's probably that's the best thing I can say in my relationship with Tracy is that she changed my whole life for the good and opening my eyes to how much more there was than traditional. Yes, God is very important, but Goddess is also included in that. And it must maintain an equal balance to have unconditional love. Now, you can express that in any way you want. So that's all I've got to say. And I'm really happy that you're all here with us today. I wish you could be here in person, but this is one of the best things we could have. So thank you.
Thank you, Grandma. That was really, really beautiful. I appreciate that a lot.
So this is Ben, Tracy's oldest son.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my I don't know if my video oh, there I am. Okay.
Ah, look different.
I might be in and out of it with the video. I saw maybe Baba Dez just hopped on too. Hello, brother. And Freddie, I always remember you tell me to play ball as hard as I want to, and that I'll always carry that with me. And real quick, I want to say, Kamala, you know, I had a strong sense of my mother's message to you today to thank you and uphold you because you and I have had our interactions throughout the years, but more recently than not has been in the aid of my mother. And gosh, you just if she could embody a power that you exude and that you're just constantly there to to um just to connect us, and that's what really she was all about. And I mean, you know, with your own minds that you had in your meetings and your connection, but she just wanted me to tell you that you're it, and you for being there for her and for our family right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've always just, and that's who she was, and that's why I think that it means a lot because that's who she really was as a healer. She did see anybody and wanted to bring out and to empower them. And I know that's just been what all of the work's been about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've written down a million things, and I really it's hard to encapsulate any person's life, let alone your mother. But another thing I thought this morning is when I was just laying in the sunrise, and another thing that she told me this morning was, that's where she resides, is where the warmth of the light meets the body, and where information, which is light, meets the consciousness. That's the spirit of life that she really exuded. That's who I think, what she wanted to portray, and
Yeah.
that's where she resides. That's where she'll be, for all of us who are missing her. And she's in that great rainbow bridge. She also passed in a special time, similar to JFK, but that time in Scorpio in November, late November, is when the sun is in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy. And actually, there was a comet coming through around that time, just a couple days before she passed, and I'm quite sure that was her starship picking her up. That was she's been talking about it for decades, and she really, once the Tantra and Goddess Temple thing happened with this earthly realm, I mean, she was on to the stars. I mean, she was literally talking about, all that. So, and I, just as a mom, I mean, similar that the person that you knew, she gave herself, she gave all of herself in that moment to make everything better. She would, for my senior year of basketball, she literally catered my whole team's home games. And I've had people reach out that I never thought I'd hear from again, and just how they affected her. Uh, I was canceling the car insurance after she passed, and the salesman of the insurance company literally says, "She's changed my life," and she's had 2 conversations with this guy or whatever. I mean, they're on a first name basis forevermore, and but I remember when we first started the temple, um, she was a very dynamic character, and I was pretty full of myself egotistically. And I remember thinking, gosh, this is one of the smartest women I've ever really kind of experienced. That was my kind of ego adult brain experiencing my mother. I'm like, I get it, Mom. I get what you're saying here. And if you really want to do this, yeah, we can do this. And, I think that by de facto, I became her emotional partner, um, going through the temple stuff. And it's just an honor to be her son in that regard. And she used to say it all comes down to how much you love yourself. And I remember doing a report on that, thinking, yeah, you want to be able to overfill your own cup, to overflow for others, and be the source of your own goodness. And that was a pointed thing. But she also was, when I really think about the essence of who she wanted to play. She was about tooziness, and she wanted to have that meeting and that dance. And I feel like I've been called to almost live double, because I know she had a hard time engaging in her body with all the trauma that she had been through at the end there. And so now I find myself holding some trauma, and I'm like, no, I'm going to live this out and be a healthy body and engage the body, because that's really what the principle was, and that's what she really wanted to teach us. And to be your own self healer, and that starts with engaging the body, and it starts with where the light meets the body,
Beautiful.
and that's where she'll be at.
So what
She
I love,
also I'll finish this real quick. Coming out of jail, she really was like, I think what got her through the hardest, darkest times. And I saw her, of course, in some of her most vulnerable moments, and that's where she was the strongest. Honestly, I mean, she was a young mother. We grew up together in so many ways. I saw her very vulnerable, and she was so wise and so strong, and she was just about embracing on the self journey of healing and the ripple effect that that can have in your life with everyone around you. She never saw a person and was prejudiced towards anybody. Didn't matter how down they were or hard on their luck. She always wanted to uplift everybody and make them feel included and be a part of the rainbow dance that we're all in. And the last thing I'll say that she kind of warned at the end there, she really wanted to say, you know, and she was probably quoting somebody, but a life not lived will kill you. I think she got, you know, it sucks, and she never wanted to become a martyr. But with the world that we're in, she was a serious person, so she wanted to get down to the healing of what, you know, she had to be serious in this world. And she didn't want to be. I mean, she didn't want to be that, but she knew that that's what the job was right now. And so I just hope that in remembering all the great things of that, the way she made us feel and things that she was always staying curious and learning about the new thing and always applying new information to your life and your body. And that's who she was. And she was always just, that's where life is at. For, you know, that's the gift of the mother in general. So thank you all for being
Thank
here and
you.
letting me vent for a minute. Just to share,
Thank you,
you know,
Victor. You know,
she,
what I want
yeah.
to highlight is, you know, hearing from like her mom about her connection to the stars, and then her son about her connection to the body. Like Tracy's such a multidimensional being, like from the stars to the earth, and like we all knew her in different dimensions. And I'd love to hear some other reflections of little moments that she touched us. Um,
Well,
so
I remember one of the first childhood memories I had. We went to a field trip, not a first childhood memory, but she, this was the Aquarian moon in her. She, and that's ultimately who she was. I mean, she was a teacher. She had a knack of bringing people together, and whether it was through catering, the temple, productions, she just brought people together. And I remember she wore this vest, and it had multi races. It had like children from all over the world, just a bunch of children on this vest, like cartoon kind of characters, but just clearly just multi racial vests in the or yeah, it was like the mid 90s. And I was like, oh gosh, you know, that's a statement. And I remember just the reaction of when she came to school and how everyone just loved it so much. She really just exuded like this unity of, and that's what Aquarian was. And then when you add in the fact that the Scorpio moon in the Scorpio house with Aquarian moon and Venus, then you're going to get the sexual healing at a broad level. So she lived her destiny. She did live her God spell. She did.
thank you. So I want to hear from some other stories. Tess, did you have something you wanted to share?
Am I live here? Yeah. Um, well, I was trying to remember the first time I saw her, and I'm pretty certain it was at Baba Dez's first Dhaka Dakini conference at his newly built home temple. And to listen to Tracy speak and realize that I was in the presence of a fully embodied archetype of the warrior for truth. and for the liberation of our goddess given sexuality and the source of creation and pleasure, and to be a stand for restoring that in the world. And I think she shared, and her family can attest to, that she had produced like 22 or 23 temples before that, and was shut down and driven out of town time and time again, and would still do it again, and would still do it again.
She was so focused on this that it was what she lived for, to restore that. And not everybody agreed with what she did, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and she said
Thank
that,
you, Tess, for bringing that up.
oh my God, oh my God, it's like I feel so moved by who she was that it's almost like I really can hardly speak about it. Like, part of what I would like to do is ask us to close our eyes and move into silence to really feel the vastness of her consciousness.
Thank you, Tess. I'm feeling that. And, so many years ago when I met Tracy, it was up in Seattle. I was up there, networking and doing a talk, as I was really into doing then. And when I saw her and I met her, I got it. It's like, wow, this is one of my allies. This is a huge ally in my life. And that was what I was really praying for. And I knew that there were beings out there. So moving around and actually starting to meet them, and for us to start to see each other and recognize each other and start to network was really a powerful thing, and is what was needed, because the temple arts and what we were doing was so fragmented, and from centuries. You all know the story. And yet, seeing Tracy and seeing each other, knowing this tremendous ally and this tremendous sister and love and force of change, like Ben was saying, she was a change agent. And it's like, wow, okay, here we go. Now, how are we going to do this dance together? And so it was fascinating when she came down to Arizona. I remember having this really deep talk with her. I said, this is Arizona, and and part of what I'm doing here is that this is a powerful spot, and especially up in the Sedona area. And I remember saying, you know, for me, it's important to fly under the radar, um, because this is Arizona, and we don't want to get burned again. So but she had such a fire, and she was just like, it's like, I this is my mission, and this is where I want to do it, and this is where I want to be right now. And so we were doing this dance of how we would support each other and ally each other. And so when she opened up the Phoenix Goddess Temple, which we consider that a sister temple to the Sedona temple. We supported each other by doing talks and doing things and supporting each other's actions. And so it was a really powerful time. And I had so much um, admiration and respect, and was blown away by her courage and how she just showed up. And I mean, showed up in the media and really put it out there. And of course, it got very, very intense. And it got very challenging. And when we show up like that, all we can do is just stand with each other, hold each other, walk with each other, and
We're
the
losing
different.
your sound, Des.
You froze.
Okay, so you're frozen, but thank you.
I want to say, I mean, Des, if you can hear me, I mean,
Well,
you literally brought Sylvia to tears because she knew how much Tracy revered you and wanted your to be that
and
ally.
thousands of people, but there are so life that she touched.
I think Des is not hearing us right now.
Well,
You got a little.
I would like to add to something that he said, which is the fearless Tracy, right? She as far as I know, she didn't go out of her way to ever hide. She was always someone who wanted to bring it out into the open because that's where people's love can really flourish. And that to heal the body, you couldn't leave any part of your body untouched from the soul to soul magnetics that she taught. And the fact that she actually talked to me at great length before she moved to Sedona and knew that it was Maricopa County and that it was risky.
Yeah.
And she also just thought, why not take it to the heart where the fear is most alive? She wanted to go into the lion's mouth, if you will. She really did.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Krista.
Yeah.
I'm Ben's partner. I don't know if anyone can hear me. I just wanted to pony up on something that Baba Des said about the courage. And I didn't know Tracy until the last couple of years. So I wasn't part of the temple world. I don't, other than the stories I've been told, I wasn't part of that world. But I will say this, the thing that, and I hate to bring this up, but we all know, Tracy had a serious health battle for a little period of time there, but you would have never known it from her attitude, her relationships with others, the way she moved through life. And I'm going to start crying here, but you want to talk about someone who was a model of positivity and always believed that everything was going to be all right, and sheltered and protected her family from the devastation of what she was dealing with physically and probably spiritually as well. But she was prepared for all of it. And up until her last days, she was still smiling and joyous and positive and fully believed. So we all know that cancer is a bad thing and a painful thing, but she didn't express the pain. And I mean, it was, you guys, it was impressive. And I just wanted everyone to know that she was that light until her earthly light was turned off. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you, Krista.
Thank you. Thanks, babe. Thank you.
Thank you. You can just raise your hand or use the thing if you want to share next. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to hear from everyone, but I would love to hear more.
I don't know if you can hear me. I'm from Sedona, Alaska. I lived in Fairbanks, right across the street from the Johnsons. They lived in a beautiful little, we called it a A-frame house, I guess you might say. Maybe it was Tracy's first palace that she lived in. Hi, Judy. Hi, Abby.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi,
How
Dee.
much I love you, and I'm here with you today. And I noticed that my daughter Kristen is here with you today also. This was Tracy's, my daughter Kristen was Tracy's best friend growing up, all the way through high school, and even at reunions after high school. They enjoyed life together. And I just want to say how much you all mean to me and how much this celebration of Tracy's life means to me today, to be able to sit here and see you all. And Judy and Abby, I love the background that you have. How did you choose that? It's the
Deanna.
beautiful northern lights of Alaska. And I'm looking out on the river where we catch a lot of salmon.
Yeah.
Just those growing up days in the 1970s, long time ago, with your girls and with Tracy and the friendship that our daughters had was so meaningful to me, and to maintain that friendship with Tracy and with everybody in your family has meant so much to
We
me
love you.
all these years. I
you,
love
honey.
you. I
You
love
know, one thing Tracy said that when you're talking, and I remember, she would always come in the room and say something and then leave, and I'm like, what the hell, you know? And she said, you know, Mom, all the trees on the whole earth, all the roots are connected and they're talking to each other. And then she left the room, and I'm like, what? You know, she'd always do stuff like that. The telephone rang. A lady said to me, where do I get the pattern? And I'm like, what are they talking about? I said, I beg your pardon? You must have the wrong number. And she said, well, is this Tracy Johnson's mother? And I said, yes. And she said, well, where are we supposed to purchase the pattern, or who's making the costumes? And I don't have a clue what she's talking about. Well, we were in Boise, Idaho then, because her dad had MS, multiple sclerosis, and we were living there for about 2 years. And Up with People was something that Tracy was just really into. And can you tell me more what Up with People?
Well, for those of you who don't know Up with
Yeah.
People, it's a very big stage show that toured the United States and then internationally,
Yeah.
spreading the word of the love of God
Yeah.
and unity.
And so,
And it was part of Tracy's, she naturally gravitated to that. We had the albums and she listened to all the music, and
Yeah.
she decided she was going to do a show in the elementary
she's
school.
not only going to do a show, she's going to win.
Yeah. So anyway,
Up with people, you meet them
wherever you
go.
go.
Up
Yep.
with
Up with
people, they're the
people,
best kind of folks we
we
know.
know.
If
If
more
more
people were
people,
more
more
people,
people,
people
people
everywhere.
everywhere,
there'd
there'd
be
be
a
a
lot
lot
less
more
people to
people to
worry
worry
about,
about,
and a
and a
lot
lot
more
more
people
people
who
who
care. There'd be a lot more people. It goes twice.
Yeah, we left Alaska and then we went back, and then her dad taught her, if you don't get a response up to the next level, and you just keep going till you get an answer that you understand. And so then I'm at work, I'm an attendance clerk at a junior high in Fairbanks, and the pipeline's being built and going on. And her dad calls me up and he says, have you gotten a telephone call? And I said, no, why? What's going on? Well, Tracy was student body president, and she decided for 8th grade they would go on into becoming, high school. She wanted a school dance, and they didn't ever have one. And so she says, I'm going to get one. And I mean, in her own mind, she's saying this. And I get a phone call from her dad, and he said, have you gotten a call from the superintendent of schools? And I said, what are you talking about? And he says, well, Tracy's sitting in the superintendent of schools office because she wants to dance for the 8th graders when they graduate from junior high. She got it. She got it. That was the kind of thing that would happen with her. It was a nonstop
She was the same
ongoing,
person her whole life.
She
ongoing
was.
thing, you know.
She was.
Good.
Wow. Thank you.
Another
Lisa, did you want to share?
Just really quickly, and I think everybody in the meeting here will share this, but Tracy walked across my world exactly when I needed her to. And like the old adage says, whether you love me or hate me, I'm on your mind. Tracy never leaves our minds, and I don't think she ever will. Everything that Tracy touched, she changed. Everything that she walked past was changed in some way, minute or grand. And I think that was the gift that she brought to the world, is that no matter where she walked, no matter where she went, she produced change.
Yeah.
100% completely. And she stood behind everything that she, every change that that she brought about, I think was intentional on. And for that, I cannot thank her. Whenever, even being, you know, on the East Coast now, whenever I am feeling like life is just kicking me in the nuts, I just go to Tracy's Facebook profile and I read some things, and I go back in some of the notes from years ago from the Temple of Fun in Seattle, and I read some of the words and some of the Tracy's drive-bys of knowledge, like you were saying, and it brings me back to center. And for that, I cannot ever, ever have a repayment or show gratitude enough for her. So, you know, bless you, Tracy, and thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah.
That means a lot. That's perfect.
I'm going to post Tracy's in the chat right now. There's a link to the Beltane post that Tracy made. And so Tess had suggested that we repost this to celebrate the 21 years ago on this day, Mystic Sisters formed. So it's a beautiful celebration. And now, yeah, just Beltane will be such a wonderful time to feel her maypole etherically, energetically around the whole world. As we're wrapping up, because I know a lot of people have to leave on the top of the hour, and some of us can stay on, but maybe we could just share a few words, like if you're leaving and if you just want to say a couple of words of how Tracy's touched you or what's in your heart. It'd be nice to hear a few more voices.
I would like to share. My name is Kristen, and I think I was one of Tracy's longest in life friends. We were friends since the 1960s, and I can say that through our friendship, everything revolved around play and song and dance. And as little girls, we were always outside in nature. I will miss her tremendously. It didn't matter if we hadn't spoken, you know, through the years. Whenever we either got together or we spoke on the telephone or through text, there was always a connection with my oldest and dearest friend, and I will miss her. And Judy and Abby and all the Johnson girls, you are my favorite place, a safe place to be when some of the hardest times in life came upon our family. So I thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
Love you, Kristen.
I love you guys too.
Yeah. I love you, Kristen. It's Shelly. I'm watching on Ben's phone. I just popped in for a second. Thank you. I love you.
Love you.
Out, guys, unconditional love.
Oh,
Panda, did you want to share?
Yes, I did. I wrote something because it teared up this morning and I just had to write it down. So today isn't about cosmic shortcuts. It's about letting our heart be full, even if the fullness includes grief. It's all about the acknowledgement that nothing is meaningful without waste. Love doesn't get erased, it gets carried. Today ain't about pretending I'm okay. Today is about love that didn't leave. It just changed form. Tracy, your name still echoes in the room, even though you're not in it. Your laugh still lives in the moment that carries me off guard. And your spirit, yeah, it didn't go in nowhere. You gather not just to mourn you, but to remember how deeply you touched this life, our lives, the lessons, the love, even the pain. None of none of it was wasted. Even if anything, today is a full circle moment of grief in one hand and in gratitude in the other. I release the I wish I could have and hold into I am grateful I got to. You're not gone. You just moved into a different kind of presence. I will love you always and say hi to the ancestors for me.
Beautiful. I wanna share something, Panda, because you're here, and you were saying like I know the dharmic connection as sisters and Tracy's coven, that being a part of it, and that you took some time to be with your in the mother role, and you're like
Yes.
coming back to your work. And I just want to say how profound it is that Tracy stood for what she stood, did what she did as the mama that she is, and the grandmother that she is, and how much she centered her family in her
Mm-hmm.
work.
Yes.
And for me, that was such a part of the healing, because it's like I came into this world committed to sacred sexual liberation, but
Yes.
how the hell am I supposed to do that as a mother? And like
Yeah.
she was the one who was like, oh, she made it possible that
Yeah.
those two things aren't mutually exclusive. In fact, they're deeply connected. And so
Yes.
it's so profound to have her mother here, her kids here, and just like what a family integrated holistic role model she was.
Yes. And I'm standing here today. We
Mm.
are actually 2 minutes from the East Lake Temple in Seattle.
Hmm.
So we're just bringing in, we came to the office because we wanted to have her spirit where she was, you know what I mean, in Seattle. And, we're having the healing space to where, we're by the water and, just where she overlooked,
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Panda. I love you, Panda.
Benny Ben, I love you. My
And I
boundary
want
goddess is always up here, and I'm part of it too.
We,
Blessings to you,
we're
brother.
here in the water.
Thank you,
Okay.
Panda.
Thank you,
Shelly.
Panda. Hey, honey. I love
Hey,
you. Hi.
blessings. I love you.
I love you
Baba
too, my
Dez.
dear.
Baba Dez, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I wanted to say thank you for
Mm.
saying what you did, because you brought my sister to tears. Like I don't know if it got cut off, but my mom really did seek your
Baba Des. Hi, Baba Des.
partnership and that alliance and that mirror being the masculine for this wave. And she saw herself trying to, you know, go to be that reflective with to what you were putting out there in the feminine version of that. And so, it's been a long road. I know that there's still rippling effects from all of our decisions, but I still believe that there's good things coming our way. So you look good.
Thanks,
I
Ben.
want to thank everybody for being here.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
Um,
she was a what a reflection, huh? What a
what a
beautiful
reflection.
being to walk with, and now she showed up. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank
Thank you,
you.
Tracy.
She was big into education. She was big into building. And also, like I said, she was big into playing. Like I said, she never really wanted to. You know, my two parents are very. They're both great teachers, and they're both pretty different. My dad's like, "Don't rock the boat. It's all good," and my mom is like, "It's not all good. It's time to rock the boat." And that's who she really was, and she was a builder, and that's what came out of it. It was putting groups together and rocking the boat, and not forgetting who we really are and what we came to do and who we came to be. So I love y'all.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Love you.
Yeah.
I want to say hi everybody. This is Rainbow.
Rainbow.
Yeah,
That's a rainbow.
I wasn't sure. I
Rainbow.
wasn't sure if I was. Hey, so I want to say hi.
Hi.
And I have a hard time talking about all of this, but all of this it's been good for me to hear all of this. Of course, I miss Tracy. I missed her when she left Seattle. And she changed my life. She changed everybody that she met. I mean, like, not just the practitioners, the seekers, everybody. And the gift that she gave to me redeemed me, and just because of my background, coming from Scotland, a Roman Catholic, very bad outlook on life. So when I met Tracy, it really changed my life. And I want to tell Ben, and Sylvia and Daniel, how special the times were for me living at Northgate. Those were some of the best days of my life.
Hey, Rainbow. I didn't even know it, but I'm a deadhead too. I remember the bears, the dancing bear tattoos, and I had no clue. Thank you for showing me the way. And I gotta say, Rainbow, while you're here, you were my mother's like twin flame. Y'all were after it, and we love you. We love you so much.
Baby, I love you so much. I want to tell you that when Tracy told me she was sick, I believed her, but nothing's going to change the bond that we have, whether she's here or not. But I gotta tell you, see, when she left Seattle, it really fucking killed me. So I just want you to know that it killed me when she left Seattle, man. I missed it every day. And I remember when I finally got arrested, I said, "Oh, great, Tracy's going to start talking to me again." So I was like, "Yes, man, I know I'm going to be hearing from Tracy now." So that was one good redeeming quality when I got arrested. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, "Yes, man, I know Tracy will be talking to me again now." So,
well, on that note, the very first thing, and when she first was, the conviction happened in the trial, which was bogus, completely farce. But anyway, she was so cute. She was in her shackles, in her little jail outfit. She scurried up to me.
We have a strange echo. I'm not sure.
I can hear that.
If you're not speaking, it's a good idea to mute.
But she came up to me and she scurried up to me. This is the first thing she said to me after being sentenced to jail. She goes, "This is how the Kennedys got famous, and we're not bootlegging booze. We're bootlegging orgasms, but it's in the beneficial of American society." And I had someone else tell me, like, the way really to have this go on is to create the literary. She was a patriot. She believed in the Constitution until they just kind of acted like it didn't exist, and so it was a real educational process. but she did stand for all of that. And yeah.
That was actually something that stayed with me when she talked about her 22 temples that she had. She said right in the front door, she had our rights, the Bill of Rights right there. So anytime there, law enforcement came in, she didn't escort them in because in her mind, she was sticking to the rights. So she was
Yeah.
so freaking
Yeah.
powerful out
Yeah.
there. Amazing.
Yep.
Just amazing. Thrilling, really.
Yeah, there's something to be said. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. I remember that when we had an FBI guy maybe come to the door and they were trying to lure her out to talk to her outside or whatever, get her on camera. Well, I don't know what was going on, but she sure enough grabbed that book, United States of America versus Sex, and started just laying into this dude. And he's like, I know, trust me, I know. You can't be here.
That's amazing.
So it really was even to the point of paranoia, sometimes you realize like what are we involved in, what's going on, like in this mission of consciousness. And she came from grandma of a place of where you want to help somebody, because if you don't, it might, and like you said, you could change their life. I mean, if you don't help someone in the bush of Alaska, they will not make it on, so you got to learn to help your fellow man and woman. And that's really what she was all about. She was born in Pullman, Washington, and died in Cottonwood, or I should say passed on in Cottonwood, Arizona. And there's a couple jokes in there, but I'll leave that to your own imagination. I assure you it's in there, though.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
I said she was born in Pullman and passed on in Cottonwood. And there's a couple jokes in there, but that's for your own imagination.
Hilarious. Oh my God.
Well, as we are going to close our circle, at least our virtual circle, so that the memorial and celebration of life can continue, it'd be sweet to just say a few words. And what I'm going to suggest is that we kind of like holding each other's hands in a closing prayer, that we call on each other's names and just say 2 words of what's coming through your heart. So I'll start and I'll just say family and the future. And I'm calling on Tess.
Gratitude, empowerment, and inspiration. 3 words.
Calling on.
Oh, I should call on someone. I'm going to call on Joni Pradetto.
Thank you so much. It's for me, Tracy had a profound sense of presence and true, deep love and care and concern for the goddess. And I only really actually met her once, but knew her through KamalaDevi. And I just, I just wish I had, I wish I could have jumped in with both feet with that goddess, and just really embraced all of it. So I have it, but not firsthand. So I bow to
Thank
her.
you. Thank you,
Bow,
John.
yeah, bow to her.
Good. Call on someone and I'm going to ask you just a few words for closure.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Next person. Who do you call on?
Serena, let's have you come in.
Unmute. Serena, you need to unmute, please.
I got it. I got it. Okay, well, yeah, I'm happy to be here. My wish is for the resurrection of love in this fragmented and hurting world. And I remember Tracy from one time in the Catskills. I always wonder how she survived the jail. I don't think I would have had that ability. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I can
So,
tell you the way she did it was she said to stay curious.
yes, thank you.
Yeah, I was curious to hear people who knew about her life in jail, how it was. I was always curious.
Tracy was Tracy in prison, and that meant that Tracy started spiritual movement inside. She became almost like a chaplain to some of the women and ministered to them who were suffering. She had a dance team that she tried to start. She would dance in the prison yard. I sent her music, and she would dance alone in the prison yard, and the women and the guards were often enthralled by her spirit. She would do sunrise mudras and stand in the light. There was just a little sliver of light that would come in, and she would stand in the sliver of light and meditate and dance. But she suffered, and she never let it show, really, you know?
Yeah.
She stood tall.
Thank you. Abby, call on someone in the circle for
Danetta Starr.
great.
You're sorry, Danetta. I know you're there. I would love to hear from you.
I am here, and I've just been listening to everyone and just overjoyed with all the love that we all share for Tracy, and I miss her deeply. And I wish I could have gone out to Sedona. She had sent me so many invites over the last couple of years, but life's, and my life has changed in so many drastic ways. But Tracy brought me sisterhood. She brought me community. She brought me just overwhelming, heart open, bursting love. And I miss her.
Yeah.
And the circle is absolutely beautiful to see all your lovely faces. And yeah, I'm just so happy to be here with you all.
Thank you. Go ahead and call on someone.
Let's call on Kimberly Bell.
I don't know how to do this.
You're on,
You're
Kimberly.
doing it, Kimberly.
Am I
We hear
on?
you.
Yeah, you're on.
Can you see me?
Hi,
Because I
Kimberly.
can't see me. Oh my goodness. Obviously, Tracy was so loved, and this is so touching to see everyone reaching out to the family. First thing that comes to mind about Tracy for me is she was so hospitable, accepting of everyone. There was not an ounce of judgment in that beautiful woman. And I know you miss her so. And the last time I got to see her, I was a couple of years ago, and I drove my mom up to Sedona, and she was there with Sylvia and the grandbabies, and it was such a joy to put my arms around her and hug her and watch her flit about the house like an angel, just with wings, and serving chocolate-covered strawberries and just platters full of food, and just welcoming us into the lovely home and the view. It's just a wonderful time, and I look back not only on that, but on our childhood growing up together. The gingerbread house, Abby, that you and Shelley and your
Doing
family
shows on the playhouse steps. And
oh my
getting
gosh!
the little kids in the wheelbarrows to do little weddings with your brother and my sister Shelley.
And with Darren and Carla, and I look back on those were really good times, and loved every minute. I love you guys, and I'm sorry I checked in late. I don't even know my own time. I set a timer, and I signed in, and it was like I was an hour late. I apologize.
You're still here.
That.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey,
Tracy
well, you can represent Mom running in the 11th hour. That's totally what she was.
That was
there
Tracy's
you go.
timing.
Well, thank you for that, for your grace. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to call on Brian.
Hi.
Brian.
No worries. Yeah, I always knew Tracy as Abby's older sister, and
even though I didn't know her too much in my own life prior to that, she was so magnetic. She had so many people around her. I was in awe. That's one of the words I would think of her. It was awe and just love. She beamed love everywhere to everyone in every circumstance, every situation. And even though we were in far off Alaska at the end of the paved road, the dreams that she cultivated and that people cultivated around, that they had the bravery to cultivate because of her courage, anything was possible. Anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think of that today, even though she's not with us physically, that capacity to dream big will always be here. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you. How about
So-
Pamela?
Thank you, Brian. That was awesome.
Hey guys.
Pamela,
How you doing, loves?
I'm loving it that you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I met Tracy in 1981 in the Miss Alaska pageant, and she said, "Hey, I think your dad is dating my aunt. Was it her aunt? Was it your aunt? He was dating somebody in your family. I can't remember." I was
Yeah,
like,
your
really?
dad was dating my dad's sister.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, okay. I was like, all right, that's okay. Who knows with my dad? So I was like, great. So we had a good time in the pageant together, and I worked with her on Mary Moose in 1983, and she was charging through the production of that with a huge belly, and Benjamin hadn't been born yet. And I just feel the last closing moment. I want to say that the biggest thing that Tracy's energy says to me internally is separation is an illusion. And what goes with that for me is all compassion all the time. So if we can try to hold all compassion all the time and realize the separation is an illusion, all of our anger kind of melts away when we see ourselves in someone else and we know it's true. That separation is an illusion, and the way I had always seen it before that was we're all one, we're all interwoven. Okay, that's a concept, but people are laboring under the illusion of separation, and that was the way she crystallized it to me. In that way, was more tactile, and so separation is an illusion. All compassion all the time, and that's my gift to receive and share on with all of you. Thank you, Tracy. I love you.
Thank you. Who have we
Mr.
not
Kamala.
heard from?
Love you, Ben.
I love you.
I can go. Carrie Star.
I'm having a hard time hearing you on my phone. Hey Pam, how you doing?
Hey, baby girl.
I'm good.
Love you both.
You gonna speak? You gonna say something? She's gonna write something first.
Okay, Carrie, we'll do you next.
Now?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. So my words would be unbounded, limitless possibility and courage. It's like she had no ceiling. She was willing to try anything that she wanted to do. It's like, unbelievable. And so I definitely genuflect on that that ability of hers. I wanted to say that my sister was Janet Craven, and she was supposed to put me into the website. I said, just let me be a satellite. I want to support the temple. It's all good. I think you guys are safe. Well, Janet never misses a beat, and she did not put me on. And very soon after that, the SWAT team got them. And I was like, holy crap, how did I miss out on that? I told my sister to put me in there. Okay, so beyond that, I was lucky enough that when Tracy finally got out of jail
to be one of the few people that she was allowed to talk to. I was like, lucky me. Now I get all her freaking attention. Oh my God, how did this happen? So I was like so happy. And I had the feeling of being her best friend. I don't know what her feeling was on the other end, but she was the only person in the world I could talk to about everything all the time, anytime. And I was so grateful. And
she was grateful for you too, Carrie.
Oh, thanks. Don't make me cry right now.
Court-ordered separation where she was not allowed to communicate once she got out of prison. It was against probation to communicate with people, and you were a lifeline.
I just got a message from my psychic from her. So, wait. It says, well, she's not too busy for this. She says, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for this celebration. I'm going to cry now. Of what? Wait a minute. Celebration of what I was when I was here. Just remember that I keep you all in my heart of hearts and in my thoughts. There's still much to be accomplished, but it's going to take time because people don't understand. That's okay. I'm doing well. I'm watching over all of you. And again, I thank you. Blessings. And if any of you want to contact her through my psychic, get hold of Sylvia and Ben, and I'll give them her number because she's already given me messages, and it's just made me just so comfortable and happy. So I love her hugeness, and she's such an inspiration and did so much when she was here to change things and shock people awake, and I love that. That's all. Who else wants to talk? Because I don't know most. Sharon Love, I know your name. Are you still here?
I would like to say something.
Hey, Ab,
I'm remembering a couple of our goddesses that we lost along the way. Goddess Tamara and Goddess Freya.
Naomi.
I'm sorry, Freya. What's that?
Naomi.
Naomi. Goddess Naomi, yeah. And what great, powerful women those women were to everything Tracy did. And they are together. I believe that this love is eternal, and that once we leave our bodies, we're open to all of it all the time, even though we're occupying these bodies. So she is here with us, and she's not alone. The ancestors and the loved ones that went before us are there with her.
Hey, thank you. I just wanted to mention one last thing, and it's the last conversation I had with Tracy, and we were reflecting on things, and I just want to recognize and acknowledge her for her ability to keep on going and keep on learning and keep on growing, and also just her ability to get something and make it right. And one of the things that really touched me, and we both cried, was when she just said, "Hey, I want to acknowledge and I want to apologize for bringing the heat to your temple and the SWAT teams." And and it was just such a sweet thing to acknowledge, and it just really deepened my respect and gratitude toward her. And there's a deep place in my heart that just misses her because there is more to do. And it's good to feel her presence and with all of us. And I want to just say, let's continue to do the work and bring the love and unity and messages that she wants us to bring forward. Thank you.
Beautiful. Des, I think
Could I say something? It's Sylvia.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know how to make the video go. I'm getting ready for the big one later and doing all the catering and stuff. So I've been kind of jumping in and listening and hearing little tidbits here and there. And I don't know how to make the video work, but I'm here. I just want to say I know that you all meant so much to her. And when she was having a hard time, and she went through a lot of hard things, her community and knowing that there was people who cared and were doing hard things too, made a huge difference to her to keep going. There was times she wanted to quit for sure, and she never stopped. She never gave up the dream. She never gave up hope that energy work and bridging people and bridging light bodies is how we all ascend in this planet. And All of you, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting and loving her. And it meant so much to her, and it fueled her fire to keep going. All of you, everyone I've heard talk, I really appreciate it. And I know that just, I think about that and there's sadness, of course. It feels like her journey stopped too soon, but the ripple effect will continue. And that's just a beautiful thing. And her body was too big or her soul was too big for that body to be there like that forever. So I know that wherever she is, she's still giving her energy and giving work and doing what she can.
The last thing I'll say is her song and my song as a baby was "Hey Good Looking, What You Got Cooking" by Hank Williams. But she said, hey little Benjamin, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with mommy? And that's how I'll always remember. She was, regardless of the arena, she was always cooking. She was always making it happen. So
yep.
And doing it with the pizzazz and flair and style. And yep, she really, she was a good example of how to go through life with excellence and not prejudice, and to love
bigger. Yeah.
Beautiful. So her work continues on through all of us, through our hearts. And we're gonna close now. And the invitation as we go through this day of prayer and reflection is to be in the vision, is to be in the future that she envisioned. Like, she was from the future. She really saw what was possible for humanity. And it's an opportunity for us to step into a new timeline, a bigger timeline, one in which the goddess is in deep partnership and revered. And then the mother is celebrated in her full glory. So thank you, Tracy, for all that you hold for us, for going forward and opening the doors, the gateway, the temple doors for us to step into heaven on earth. Thank you and blessings.
Thank you, Tracy, and thank you, KamalaDevi, for putting this together and being such a powerful ally to Tracy and to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
You've matched her energy and exuded it, and you are the star forever. I love you so much.
Love you. Mwah. Love you. Bye.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Hey, Maya. Love you.
Hi.
What's up?
How are you?